Hey, welcome back everyone. This is Shaken Not Stirred with Melissa and Sheena.
And remember, it's always 5 o'clock somewhere when you're in real estate.
Yeah. So what are we drinking today, Melissa?
Well, today we're talking about a very, very serious topic. And we're drinking Manhattans with Jack. So that means that it's going to be a heavy show, guys.
Yeah, so we need a little something
We
heavy.
need a little something extra. Shake it on up. And what'd you put in there?
Oh, yeah. So I did
show the
Luxardo cherries.
Which I actually never heard of,
She's
which
never
is
had.
kind of funny.
And I'm literally obsessed with them.
So she's going to eat mine if I don't like it. So, all right. So we're pouring. So.
Okay. So our topic today, we're actually... we're talking about the government shutdown.
Right.
I know,
heavy.
Yeah, it's a pretty big one. So, this is like a really big thing that's going on currently in the media and in the nation, really. And
so we definitely wanted to make a show about it.
Yeah. So basically, it's not just affecting, the government. It's, affecting us too, but let's get into that a little bit.
So for me, I think the reason why I wanted to have this topic...
Pause. Cheers.
Oh wait, we do need this, don't we?
We need this before we start.
Holy moly, that is stronger than any martini I've ever had. All right.
It's just because you're not used to it.
That's good though.
I love it.
That we could definitely talk about the government. Okay, so the reason I wanted to have this show was because for me, we don't want to talk politics. Obviously we don't want to get into whose side we're on, what our political beliefs are, but we just want to talk about in general about the shutdown, because I feel like there's a lot of misinformation out there and there's a lot of fear that the media is instilling in everybody.
Yeah.
And for me, what bothers me about media today, and I know a lot of people probably agree with me, is that, the media blows up these things to astronomical proportions and it makes people really scared. And, and we trust in our media.
Yeah.
At least a lot of people still do. So something like the government shutdown, in no way am I saying it's not a negative thing. In no way am I not saying it's not a big deal. But I wish that they would come to us and not come to us on the...
They're not going to come
to us. They're not going to come to us.
But Melissa, what do you think about this government shutdown?
In no way am I an economic major by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
But for me, I wish they would announce, the facts.
Yeah.
Just the facts, not spin your opinion on
in
it.
the day, there used to be a news station that was very specific about not being right-sided or left-sided or whatever the case is. They were very
they told the news.
They didn't give opinions as much as they just told the news. And I sort of wish that was the case nowadays, where, instead of having a huge opinion and continuously shoving that opinion down people's throats, whether you agree with it or don't agree with it, I just kind of wish that there was at least one news station that just gave the facts.
Once again, I know there's a lot of people out there that haven't been paid, a lot of government workers, and that's the biggest thing to me that I feel like is going to affect a lot of lives.
Yeah.
I looked up online, I think it's 385,000 workers who are paid monthly. They actually missed their first paycheck the last Friday because the government was shut down.
But this doesn't happen. I mean, this isn't the first government shutdown ever. This has happened before.
Right.
So, I mean, it happened in
1995 with Clinton.
Yep.
And that was the longest shutdown.
90.
It was 95.
Oh, and he had another one though too. And Obama had one too.
Obama had one in 2013.
Yeah.
So it's for me, with the shutdown with Clinton, that was actually the longest in history. That was 21 or 22 days.
I think it was 21 days.
21 days. So I mean, back then, and I actually looked up a little bit on it as well. It was for it was obviously because they were feuding over lowering the budget for Medicaid and Medicare.
Okay.
So obviously it was a big deal, but of course these shutdowns always happen due to funding, right?
Right.
And it was 21 days. People, obviously were upset, but we got over it. We moved on.
Right.
The economy didn't explode. It didn't go down in flames.
Yeah. Do you know what happened with Obama?
So
did the shutdown?
I didn't look into that one with Obama. I think. Oh no, it was about Obamacare.
Oh,
it was about funding for Obamacare.
Okay.
That's what it was. But still, so then Obama, that one was, I believe, 16 days. So I think we're close to the 3-week mark. So yes, we're going to be passing the Clinton 1995 shutdown.
So
But
it'll
the
be
point
one
that
of the
I'm
longest in a couple
in
decades.
history, right? No,
Yeah.
it'll be the longest in
Oh, in
history.
history.
Right?
Wow.
Because the one before that was the
Clinton's.
long. I mean, we've had shutdowns before that, but they were never this long. I mean,
Right.
they'll shut down for 2 days, and those we're not obviously going to talk about.
And Trump, he had a 4-day shutdown
He did just
recently,
a few months ago.
Even before
Right, it
this.
was just a few months ago. And I think for me, like I said, in no way am I saying that this isn't going to affect us. It's going to affect us.
Well,
but
I find that, and I read an article stating that 25% of people that were potentially going to buy homes are not going to buy homes because they're so nervous about what's going to happen to the government.
which is crazy.
And I think
that's going to hurt the
yeah.
economy more than people being upset that there's a shutdown.
Yeah.
Because that's the fear that the media is instilling into people.
Yeah.
And when they're not telling us the facts, saying, okay, and first off, it's a partial
having the
shutdown.
unknown
Right.
is scarier than knowing the facts
Right.
and making a rational
Decision based on
Right.
facts
Exactly.
instead of emotion.
Right.
Because that's what news
Sure.
is now. It's emotion.
It's very emotional.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm drinking whiskey and I'm getting emotional. Cheers to that. But no, I mean, with a partial government shutdown, yes. I mean, like, again, we're not going to go into the debate about why we're shutting it down because we don't want anybody to discuss left or right political
Right.
views.
Yep.
The point is, there's no facts. It's just you're hearing about it. Oh, it's the longest in history. Oh my God, it's going to ruin the economy.
Finding about the government shutdown, like information?
Right. So I think for me,
Why is the government shut down right now?
So
Period.
it's due to the funding of the wall.
Okay.
So, I mean, clearly Trump is saying, okay, if you're not going to fund my wall, I'm going to keep the government shut down. I mean, it's pretty much black and white. But it's like, realistically, we're shut down for a funding issue, just like it was back in 2013, 1995, back in the 70s.
So one of them was for Medicare.
Yep.
One of them was from
Obamacare.
Obamacare, and now
this
this
is
one
for
is
a
for
wall.
a wall.
Yes, okay, I get
And
it.
I'm not,
I
okay,
get it.
you know what? It is what it is. It's just, you know,
It's different.
it's
different.
different than
What things have been shut down for in the past.
right.
Right. But I think what I'm focused on is the end result of all this. You know
We
what
just
I
need to
mean?
get past it.
We need to get past
as a society and move forward.
Right.
Things will change eventually.
Right.
And you know, I think that people holding off from certain things
Activities.
that specifically
Boost the
life,
economy.
certainly life situations, like you're gonna stop yourself from finding a home.
Right. Which is then hurting our business, and I'm gonna drink to that.
Amen, sister.
Amen, sister.
Okay. But it's, you know, it is a big deal. It's a big deal, but we
I
need
think
to
there's-
move on. We
right.
need to not make it a situation in our lives that are keeping us
From moving forward.
from moving.
And I know a lot of you might comment and say, well, I am one of those people that work for the government and I'm not getting paid. Once again,
It's a big-
that's a
deal.
big deal.
Yeah.
But for me, I think that's what we should focus on as being the big deal, not the economy's going to collapse. And once again, I'm sure other people would
And what if
comment
it
and
does?
say, right.
It may. But what if?
But look at the
you can't
2008
live your-
crash.
Yeah, but you can't
We
live your
bounced
life
back
on
from that.
what ifs. At
Right,
the same
that
time.
too.
You know, and I know that there are people that do that,
Right.
and it just, you know.
And this
you need
type of
to
media is just going to instill
move
that
forward.
fear into people.
Yeah.
And it's just not okay. And that's why, for me, I try and avoid watching the news. I'll watch things that are pertinent, but at the same time, I want to know what's going on in the world. But
Right.
the other thing that drives me nuts is how much news has been out there for just the shutdown when there's so many other national news stories
Right.
that have not been broadcasted.
Yeah.
You know, that are
Or
probably
people
just as
aren't
important.
spending enough time on other things that are happening
in the
world that are just as important because of the government shutdown. So it's like,
And I could go into topic after topic after topic of
Yeah.
the news media blowing up stories that are absolutely ridiculous
Yeah.
and not focusing on important things.
Sure.
But I think what we want to kind of end it on is that, once again, we know the shutdown isn't a great thing. That's why we're drinking whiskey. But at the end of the day, it is affecting 0.1% of the nation, which
Yeah.
is still a big
I think about
percentage.
1% of the nation.
0.1%.
So how many thousands of people is that?
So 0.1%. So the national population right now is like 325 million,
Right.
something like that, 322. So 0.1%, that's 385. So I mean, with the state of Rhode Island, the state of Rhode Island's population is 450 or 500,000. So that's like 0.1.
Yeah.
So it's like two-thirds of Rhode
two-thirds
Island.
of Rhode Island.
Of people that's affecting directly affecting.
Sure.
And once again, like I said, those people haven't had a paycheck in a month.
Yeah.
That's awful. But we just need to look at what the facts are about what our actual partial shutdown is, and that's closing down parts of the government that are non-essential. You know, I mean, if it's going to cause any harm,
aren't they gonna boost it back
Right,
up or
right, exactly.
open up? There's certain things that are gonna change if something happens.
Right. So if anything,
And they're not gonna wait.
that's going to cause public health and safety issues.
Right.
Like, I think part of the government shutdown is like monitoring food safety and all that. So, oh god, she's going for around too. She's like, I'm not done with this yet. Like food safety, you know, like that's a government program. So it's like something like that. Okay. But they can only keep that shut down for so long because it's going to affect public health and safety. Okay. So anything with public health and safety, even if the government was shut down, they can actually reinstate if it's going to cause issues.
Right. Okay.
So it's like, for me, it's not like the world is going to, or the nation's going to explode.
Well, for you, I mean, there are definitely some people that
Right.
potentially are.
Going to explode. She's done, ladies and gentlemen. She's done, ladies and gentlemen.
There
She's
are
already
so
went
many
behind
people are
me.
gonna explode.
Everyone's going to explode during this.
Well, there are some memes on
Right. So on the
online.
lighter side of the government shutdown, let's talk about memes.
Yeah.
Because that's the direction our show always goes, and it's lovely.
Yeah, it's just a nice little
It's
light topic.
Right.
All right, so
So there has been a lot of memes.
Yeah, there's
circulating.
some memes about the government shutdown. Some are more sided than the other,
Right.
but we just kind of want to touch base on some of those. So one of them is
Which one's your favorite?
specifically, I think my favorite one is where he's like, all right, so the government shut down. Are they still going to be taking taxes out?
That's awesome.
Well, I just think it's so funny. Like, if
It's
you guys,
true. That's not fair.
you're not paying me.
But you're still going to take my
or
taxes.
like paying the government,
Right.
So like, why are you taking my taxes?
Right. It's actually hilarious. And
Your favorite.
I think my favorite by far is, you've seen The Purge, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
best movie
Where they
ever.
like kill people,
Which is like, I'm sorry, it's totally abstract. That would not happen. Like, I'm just saying. I mean,
Let's hope
it
not.
might. So one of my
That's kinda
favorites.
scary.
It's really scary.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually watched that and was like, this could actually happen.
I feel like
Because of the government shutdown.
yeah.
No. Once again, I don't make light about it. So, anyways, the meme goes, due to the government being shut down, has a purge been initiated or something like that? Asking for a friend. You know, so it's like,
I'm asking for a friend.
I'm not
I
gonna
don't
go
wanna
rob a
know
bank.
if I can
I'm
just-
not gonna go murder my ex-girlfriend. This is for a friend.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
questioning.
So the meme goes.
So it says, even if
the government
shut
shut down, can I
sneak
visit
into
Area
51? Which I totally would. I mean,
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
god, yeah. I kind of think that they're hiding something.
Yes, I believe in aliens,
Okay.
but you know, don't judge me.
My parents believe in Bigfoot.
In the vast universe that we live, with the billions and billions of galaxies out there,
There's
that
gotta
we haven't
be
even
another life form.
Yes.
But
versus Bigfoot. Okay, you can't be like there's another hairy ape
no, but
that
think
can
of how much
do arithmetic out in the
Arithmetic?
Arizona
What?
desert.
Okay, first of all, Bigfoot doesn't live in the desert.
There is a desert form of Bigfoot.
What's he called?
Like,
No, but seriously, there's Yeti. There's a Yeti who is
he's in the Arctic. Why is that so funny? And then there's the regular Bigfoot. I don't think we should have real cocktails when we do this. So then there's the regular Bigfoot that's out in the woods, and then you have the Desert Storm. He wears camo.
Where's Camo?
Yeah. He's trying to be Wrecking War. I'm crying. I'm actually legitimately crying. Okay.
Part of your checklist?
Oh, that's so funny.
The point that I'm trying to make is aliens are real.
Oh my god.
Bigfoot, whether he's a desert wearing camo or he's the
Camo?
Yeah. Yeti up in the Arctic,
Yeah.
aliens are on a different scale. Sorry,
I learned
Mom.
talking with my teeth.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this
was
rendition
so funny.
of Shaken Not Stirred.
Thanks
Um,
for
hopefully-
watching us, guys. and
We had a
enjoying.
few seriousnesses and a few laughs.
Yeah. So join us next time, and
And hopefully next time I can get to punish Sheena. Thanks, guys, for watching. Make
Okay.
sure you subscribe and comment and like our videos.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh my god, that hurt.
I know, yeah, after a while.
Oh my, I was drooling.